Well, at that point in the game, I was feeling pretty good about the Lions' chances in this game against the Green Bay Packers tonight. Welcome to the 2-minute warning. We go live at the 2-minute warning for every Lions game right here at the Brass Rail in downtown Detroit, home or away, and it's a special Monday night game. So we're starting this broadcast. What time is it, Anson? 11 o'clock at night.
It's deep.
But, you know, this is what Lions fans are up doing. We're watching the game where this is our reaction. We want to get some reactions from people here that are in the bar at the Brass Rail. Joey's here. We got to give a shout-out to Jim Beam and 8 Mile for hanging out tonight. People down there waving. You guys are more than welcome to come up here and hang out.
There are a lot of good-looking people here.
I don't mind the scenery.
Not at all.
So welcome. There's 2 minutes left in the game, and last week we kind of got a surprise. Like last week, we did not expect the Lions to do what they did. Obviously, they had 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes, an onside kick, a fumble recovery, a 2-point conversion. Do you think they have that magic in them tonight, Anson?
I kind of did. I really came in with high hopes today. They were dashed a little bit, I'm not going to lie. They ended things with such a fiery finish last week, albeit, falling just a little bit short. They came in with a tremendous amount of momentum, and you just kind of felt like they were a different Lions team.
Yeah, you were hoping that momentum from last game would carry over because it's like, all right, they didn't quit. And then they came out. I mean, they took the lead in Lambeau. I loved that, they decided to take the ball first. I thought that was a bold move because normally you defer to the second half, and then, you take the kickoff in the second half. But they wanted the ball, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do with that first possession. They took it right down Green Bay's throat.
7 plays, 75 yards.
Beautiful drive.
Yeah, really nice.
And that's how you start out the game. And then, of course, Green Bay responded. And, since then it's just been kind of back and forth until the second half.
It's so difficult not to get excited at that point if you're a Lions fan.
Right.
Having the lead to come into the second half and seeing the team in the first half that we saw in the second half in week 1, I had high hopes. Like I said, I had real high hopes.
Yeah, so if you're watching right now and don't have the Lions game on, it's 35-17, 1 minute, 55 seconds left in the game. And, if this is like last week, we're still in this game, Anson.
Yeah, if you sandwich 2 halves together, it's a great-looking football team. Unfortunately, that's not the way it works.
Yeah. Well, the Lions are the Lions. Listen, I predicted them to have an 8-9 record this season, but part of that was starting out 0-3.
Okay.
So, I'm not surprised by this. I tweeted out in the middle of last game, I wasn't surprised that the Lions were going to lose that game. I was just surprised in how bad they were going to lose that game. And then they came back and showed that they had some mettle. And, I expected them to lose, kind of like they did.
I was sipping the Kool-Aid pretty hard. I did not like the way that the Packers looked last week. They got smoked. The Lions were riding a high and coming out looking pretty like they had changed their mentality outright. And that's really what I was expecting to see today. And it just it kind of started that way. It's that typical fool's gold with the Lions. It's alarming to me because seeing this second half play out the way that it has, this isn't growth today.
No, today was not a good day. Lions just missed a pass in the end zone. Jared Goff looked very comfortable in the first half.
He really did.
In the second half, he started to get a little wonky.
Yeah, I thought the narrative today when we would be talking was going to be about how exciting Goff looked as our new leader under center. And I think we saw in the second half today why he was jettisoned out of L.A.
I'm not going to say all that. He's serviceable, right? Don't ever expect Jared Goff to be this world beater, come in with the cannon arm like Stafford, throw from all angles. He's a game manager, and you got to put the right people around him, and he's proven he could get you to a Super Bowl if you needed to. Victory position.
We still got to score a point in the second half.
That's true. That's true.
And that's the kind of stuff that got him put out in L.A. When you got an offense like they had and you put together long stretches where you're not being productive, we saw that in the second quarter last week. We saw it in the entire second half this week. So hopefully that's something that he can change, and it's a little bit of the playing calling. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of our offensive calls in terms of coaching and what plays we were running. We'll see how much they can tighten things up going forward. I hope they can.
What do you think about the train wreck known as Aaron Rodgers and his performance tonight? I mean, 4 touchdowns, 300 yards about. Like, he was putting the ball on dimes when he had to.
Great hair.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, how much do you hate the Packers?
How much
like,
did you...
even when they suck, we can't beat them.
So when you saw his line from last week, you hoped that it was the beginning of the end, but did you really think it was?
No.
Of course not.
No, unfortunately. But who you got as your player of the game?
I mean, you got to go with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's the Aaron show.
That's what I was going to argue.
Aaron by Aaron, man.
Yeah, so Aaron Jones, perhaps another 4 touchdown night for him. And then you can't forget Adams. You know, Devontae Adams had a solid game too. 8 receptions, 121 yards. So
I'm just going to say Aaron, and then I'm safe. Aaron's my player of the game today.
Well, the game is officially over. Clock's 10, 9, 8, 35-17, your final score from Lambeau. But we are live right now, as you can see right behind me right here at the brass rail. This is where we are going to be for every single game. The after party is here. If you can hear a little party going on down there right now. And you want to check in with Joey?
I do. I always want to check in with Joey.
All right, Joey. I think Joey found some ladies down at the brass rail. So let's see what Joey's got to say. Go ahead, Joey. Hey, you down there?
Hey, Stick, I know you're jealous of me down here because, one, I'm eating pizza. This post game at the brass rail is the best time ever. And what's your name?
Oh, I'm Anna.
Anna, and you just told me you what?
No.
Now, listen, you can say it. It's okay. What did you just do?
Might have, nah, I can't.
All right, her friend's going to snitch on her.
Anna DM'd you guys. Hey, Shawty.
Hey, Shawty.
Hey, listen, any girl that eats pizza the way they're eating pizza right now wins my heart. So I appreciate it. This is the brass rail. Hey, what up, man?
Hey, what up? You all right?
Oh, this is Ponytail.
Oh, my God. Don't start.
Hey, don't give me a parking ticket.
I'm not.
Hey, don't give me a parking ticket.
You know who that guy is? Like from the Detroit parking show that was on, I forget what channel it was, Parking Wars.
Oh, man, I have seen a couple of those. That was him,
Yeah,
huh?
it's Ponytail from Parking Wars.
Not a guy you want to get to know.
No, yeah, it is actually. That's a guy you need to know. Otherwise, your shit's going to get taken to Boulevard and Trumbull, and next thing you know, you're down $400. Not that this ever happened to me, but it happens to everybody here in Detroit.
You can't get by parking tickets in Detroit. It's just going to happen.
No, it's just going to happen. So we went over the players of the game. Obviously, the Aarons. You got Devontae Adams. TJ Hockenson for Detroit. How impressed were you with Hockenson's performance tonight?
I was listening, and they were talking about the veteran Hockenson, and they're already calling him vet, the way that he moves with and without the ball.
What a catch.
He was tremendous today. You thought he was going to take the game over with the way that he was looking in the first half, and that's not quite what happened, but once they start really realizing that they can feed this guy consistently, he's going to take over the NFL, man. He's maybe the best he's got to be the best tight end in the NFC, I think. Kittle's looking pretty quiet right now, and Hockenson's looking like he might have ascended into that spot.
Well, they all had that camp over the summer, the tight end camp that was run by Kittle.
You love that camp.
I do love that camp.
I know.
Tight ends are awesome, man. I'm glad they're being featured in the NFL.
Tight end camp sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It just sounds like a good thing.
Hockenson, 8 receptions, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Obviously, we saw the touchdown right there. Like you said, he could have even had a bigger impact on this game.
Yeah, I mean, when you see a guy catching the ball 8 times, only going for 66 yards, I'd like to see them press the issue with him a little bit more, get him in some more space, do some more screen-type plays. We've seen a couple with him, but not as much. A lot of that stuff opens the game up big time for guys like that, especially in their first few years.
Well, you want to run through some of the scoring plays here? Do you want to just run it down from the beginning? Obviously, we just saw Hockenson.
It's going to be all green and yellow, man.
No, it started out pretty balanced. I mean, the Packers, Cephas kicked off the game with a touchdown on the first drive. And this is a play where they kind of lost Cephas. He's just out there wandering, doing his thing.
He was loud on that drive, man. He was really loud. That big play to start things off.
Yeah, and he almost had that immaculate one-handed reception in the end zone, too.
That was real close.
If he catches that, that's Odell Beckham-esque. But here he is in the end zone. And I like Cephas. Somebody's got to catch the ball, right?
Yeah, he kind of disappeared at this point, but, the Packers are making their adjustments, and we really don't have a lot of weapons to go to. You shut down Cephas and you shut down Hawk, and the passing game is really in trouble.
Yeah, so at that point it was 7-0 Lions, and then, of course, the Packers got the ball and responded pretty much instantaneously with this little, it's a run, but it counts as a pass for Aaron Rodgers. So if I'm a quarterback, I love that call. Like, it's the lowest risk touchdown pass ever.
I feel like he's got quite a few of those in his career as well.
Yeah, unlike last night's game where he tried to do that shovel pass right to the linebacker. Like, what a horrible pass that was last night. Did you watch that game last night, the Sunday Night Football game?
I did.
It was one of the best Sunday Night Football games I've ever seen in my life. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson going at each other like that. Lamar Jackson making plays while he's in the air getting hit.
The jump pass.
The jump pass
was slick.
Amazing.
Some great football on yesterday.
Yeah. And then, obviously, after that little shovel run pass play, not a run, not a pass, whatever it is, Hockenson scored his touchdown. We watched this just a few seconds ago, and I could watch it all night long because it's beautiful.
It's beautiful play.
It is on Goff's behalf, too.
Absolutely. Great throw. A lot of touch.
That shot there is beautiful, too, with the lights. How fun would that be?
Hockenson's a very polished player. I didn't like taking the tight end at such a high draft stock that we used on him, but he's really proving to be an integral part of this offense.
Hey, Detroit Kool-Aid's here.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man. Kool-Aid's always showing love. Then let's get into the next Packers touchdown is Jones. This was to tie the game up 14-14. Just a little easy pass. That's just too easy.
Both these guys needed this game to get it going. Both of them struggled mightily in week one,
and you know what people do against the Lions? They get right.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Get right games for sure, man.
Either a rookie busts out, or we're the get right game, and that I'm sick of being that doormat.
Tired of being that, man.
Yeah. So Lions kick a field goal, halftime. It's 17-14, and then to start out the second half, Robert Tonyan has a 22-yard touchdown, and this throw. That throw was amazing. It was right on the numbers. There was traffic. He was covered, but Tonyan had an incredible catch.
Tonyan's an exciting young player, man. I think that after last year, a lot of people thought that was kind of a fluke, and that
he goes to the camp. He goes to the tight end camp.
He does.
Yeah.
You got the whole roster at that camp.
I want to be invited to that camp.
We need to work on that. I think we can make that happen.
No, it's just a bunch of dudes, and they're all animals. Like, everybody at that camp is an animal.
The most savage guys on the offensive side of the ball, too, man.
Oh, yeah. Like, think about
position.
it. You got Gronkowski, you got Kittle, both just madmen.
Yep. And every tight end, they played D-end at some point in their career. In high school, maybe even in college.
Right.
They're monsters, dude.
Yeah, and then another Jones touchdown, and then Jones' fourth touchdown, and then we could just watch Jones highlights for the rest of the night here. It's pretty wild. Kool-Aid, slide on over here real quick. Grab a chair. Let's slide Kool-Aid in here real quick.
I just floated an offer out for Jones before the game today, hoping somebody would be down on him after his poor week one, and then he throws out 4 touchdowns. Guess that's how it goes, though.
All right, well, we got to welcome a special guest joining us, Kool-Aid.
Hey.
Hold the mic.
I wish it was a better night for our Lions, man. I just tweeted out there that Jared Goff, there were some mistakes that I don't want to see him make in year 6, but had some good moments.
Lots of penalties, too, man.
Yeah.
Lots of penalties. Felt like the Lions of old with all the penalties I saw today.
Yeah, so Kool-Aid, you were watching the majority of the game. It felt good to start off the game that way.
It felt good, the first half was awesome.
Yeah, hold the mic up a little bit. Yeah,
the first half.
Of background noise. They're partying right here at the brass rail. So.
First half was awesome. There was a lot to ride on. I thought that they were going to be able to carry something through. Whether they won or not, I thought that they were going to have a better showing in the second half than they did.
Right.
Some disappointments, but some of it's to be expected. I saw a lot of good things. I was encouraged with the receiving core. I was encouraged with Cephas. I was encouraged with some of the young guys. I wish they made a few more catches, but I thought they were running their routes hard. They were running the routes correct and crisp.
Yeah.
But they got to find a way to get T.J. Hockenson a little bit more involved. Like even the broadcast, they talked about they basically took TJ out the game after the first half.
Yeah, and that's what I don't understand. Like, you have the playbook from the 49ers. You have the playbook from Kansas City. You see how they get their tight ends involved. Just steal those plays. Like, you don't have to outsmart everybody. Just steal the damn plays. They work. You watch them every weekend.
Yeah, as a Lions fan, we're all just waiting for
Just
creativity
steal.
one
We're
day, man.
Detroit.
Just
Steal.
show us the creative shit
Steal
one of
the
these days,
plays.
please, you know?
Take what you want. Take
Right.
what you need.
Right.
Yeah.
So
take it.
If
Take
you're
it.
Coach Campbell, in your guys' eyes, what do you think that you're focusing in taking away from this game? Because for me, I don't really know what to focus on in a positive light.
I'm taking away that we came out strong. The game plan worked, which is nice. That shows that the coach can at least prepare for the incoming competition. And, you know, when you start out like that, like, to me, the biggest test of a coach is the beginning of the game and coming out at halftime. If those plays work and you can get your team back in the game, or you get them on that scripted play, like Gruden's known for, like, his first 16 plays are scripted. He ain't going off that damn script for anybody.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, I like that he coached them up, but the in-game decisions got to get better, and the talent just has to get better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one thing to remember. Keep in mind, it is a rebuild. They are trying to figure out who's going to be the long-term pieces at different positions. I mean, they're missing Okuda. You know, the secondary, they definitely they got torched
now too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tough day.
Adams, Jones, those guys, they definitely made it tough on them. But I think there's a lot to like with at least the start and the foundation. I'm not going to crush them too hard. There were things they could have done better tonight. They should have, but there's some building blocks to like.
So my question is the big play when it was 4th and 1, and we didn't elect to kick, and we ended up failing on 4th down, pass instead of run. Now, on the side of the coaching,
I didn't like that.
That's where I'm kind of going here, because we've got a new coaching staff, and we know that there's going to be some growing pains. Was the coaching staff part of that today?
Yeah, it's gonna be part of it. I mean, he's a neophyte coach. He's learning, and, you know, to me, they've gone for it a lot on 4th down in these first 2 games. Like, literally, I think at least 4 times, right?
You enjoy that?
I don't mind that, but eventually you do have to pass, right? You can't, or you become predictable.
Yeah. It's a little nail biting, that's for sure.
Well, I think the first game they didn't kick because they didn't know who the hell their kicker was.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I didn't even know who he was going into the game.
He looked sharp today. Not that he was kicking a whole lot, but
No, he made his field goal before the half to put us up 17-14, and I felt good going in the half.
Yeah.
I guess Joey's downstairs, and he said somebody's making fun of my name. Sawyer, can we check in with Joey? He's outside the brass rail right now. We are live at the brass rail for the 2-minute warning. Every game we will be doing the live after party right here downtown Detroit, so we're even going to be here on Sunday. But first, let's check in with Joey and see what he's up to.
Hey, Stick, I'm out here on the outside, and they were just watching the show on Woodward Sports, and you don't believe, Stick, that's his real name, huh?
Oh, I don't believe it. I want to see his license.
All right.
We're in fucking Detroit. I believe that shit. 100%.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Hey, wait, what's your name?
Blaze.
Okay, so Blaze and Stick.
Blaze and Stick. Hey, you got the fire right there. You're good. You got it.
Hey, what are you all doing tonight? What do you guys get into?
We just got off a pedal bike.
22nd birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your what?
Our friend's 22nd birthday.
Where's your friend at?
I don't know.
So we lost the birthday. Well, let's say
Birthday, right?
on 3, happy birthday, whatever his name is, all right? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, whatever your name is.
So that's Joey outside the brass rail right now. We are live, Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. This is Anson Wells beside me. And breaking news during that, while Joey was down there talking to Sawyer, you identified one of those girls?
Yeah, I went to high school with the girl in the glasses.
Can you put her up on the screen real quick?
Hey, Stick, I'm out here on
that's
his
okay.
name is, all right?
Yeah,
1,
right
2,
there.
You went to high school?
I went to high school with her.
With the girl in the glasses?
Yeah, I'm not going to drop her name. I don't want to dox anybody, but
Do you know her name?
I do.
Or are you just trying to cover your ass because you don't really know her name?
No, I know her name. I promise you I know her name.
can we get initials? Is that allowed?
RG.
Oh, there we go.
RG.
First name Regan. I didn't give her last name, so it's fine. I didn't give her last name. It's fine.
How many Regans do
There
you
are a lot
know?
of Regans out there, right?
Right.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of Regans out there. It's fine.
Sawyer is like the easiest person to interrogate.
No.
Like, all right, just tell us her name. No. I mean, it's Regan. Okay, all right. I mean, I didn't give you her last name, though. So, yeah, there's tons of Regan, and you're from what, Fenton?
Yeah, Fenton, Linden area.
Yeah,
so,
Fenton,
yeah.
Linden.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, good times. Well, it's good times down here at the Brass Rail.
Yeah, you never know who you'll run into.
Apparently not, all the way from Linden to downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
But there was a Tigers game tonight. There was Harry Styles concert tonight. So
I like it here. I like the Brass Rail.
yeah, beautiful place. Great pizza. If you've never eaten their pizza, it's delicious. That's what they're known for. And yeah, Lions. Let's get into it. I mean, some of the reactions from the fans during this game were cracking me up. And what I like to do is go mid-game and go on Twitter and find some funny tweets. And why don't we throw some of them up on the board right now? And here's one. What did we learn today? Aaron Rodgers may not be interested in playing for the Packers this season, but he's definitely not interested enough to lose to the lowly Lions.
They just go 2-14.
Hashtag one pride. Hashtag Monday Night Football. Hashtag SOL. And then my dad became numb to the Lions throughout the years. This one's actually kind of sad, and I feel for this guy. On the other hand, I had a deep passion for the Lions and used to live and die on every play. I'm slowly losing all feeling and emotion for the Lions. Every horrible play is just now an expectation. Hashtag one pride. Hashtag no pride.
That's brutal.
Oh, Matthew, I'm sorry, buddy. But I think we've all been there as Lions fans, right?
You know, my grandfather, God rest his soul, he, I at a young age, just why don't you watch the Lions anymore? And he just said, you'll understand one day.
Yeah.
You'll understand.
I don't think I'll ever
Anson.
learn. I honestly don't. Like, when the Tigers were losing 119 games, I was still rocking my Tigers hat. And my grandpa would give me the same thing, like, why are you wearing that hat right now? And it's like, well, you know,
I think
that's
there's
my team.
There's an age threshold where I guess you just truly give up.
You just get sick of the
you know,
bullshit.
like 60 and it's over. Because I mean, at this point, like I'm still all in. I'm emotionally bound. It sucks, but it's the fact of the matter. I don't see that going anywhere for any time soon.
And it is almost like poker. It's almost like Hold'em. Like, I'm pot committed at this point. Like, I can't switch teams.
Dude,
I'm all in. I'm all in.
I still get like mildly upset when we're 4 games. It's been cinched. We're out of it. We're not going to win. It's week 17 and we still get a loss. Like I'm still bummed out.
Yeah. I did used to live and die though. Like if the Lions lost, I would have like a crappy Sunday, and I've gotten over that.
Sounds like somebody got into their 30s.
Yeah, well, pushing the 40 there.
Yeah, guess what happens next decade, man?
Oh no! See, so what do you think it is about 60 that you're just like, that's
I think 60 is the mark, man. If you've only seen one playoff win in your entire life and you're 60, that's when you become emotionally untied from the Honolulu
sad part
Blue.
is I'm closer to 60 than the other way around. I'm like restarting this fandom
I'm
ship.
not.
Son of a bitch. Let's see what Zach had to say. Well, this was fun while it lasted. And it was. The first half was great. That's what you want to see out of the Lions.
Bro, I was like pounding my chest at home. I was like, let's do this. Rough.
And then Corbin Klaus. There's the Lions I know and love. Hashtag one pride. And that's when that apathy kicks in. And then, of course, the only thing I hate more than Green Bay is the refs. And
are the tweets even going to be worth reading once we're winning?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then we can reference them. We can go back and see what they were a year ago. That's when, like, Facebook memories gets you in trouble.
The before and after pictures.
Yes. And at least the over hit.
Yeah? Okay.
There you go.
What was the over?
I'm not sure, but I know it hit. I mean,
47-ish?
We let up 35.
Like 50?
I do know the one guy. Did you see that one bet? The guy had $25 on it. It was like a 16-team parlay, $700 and some odd $1,000 if he won, and he bet the Lions money line. That was the last leg of the parlay that had to win. Do you think he pulled out early on that?
Well,
and what would you do? Everybody I saw on Twitter was telling him to hedge.
Bro, first and foremost, you never bet on the Lions, okay? Because when you bet against the Lions, you always win. We've talked about this, right? You always win.
You sound like Adam.
I'm just telling you. I mean, you either have a really happy Sunday and you lost a little bit of loot, or you won some loot and your squad lost. But I would have told this kid, man, if you're depending on the very last of a monumental, life-changing parlay on the Lions, I can pretty much guarantee you the way that's going to go.
Yeah. Well, we are live at the Brass Rail. This is where we're doing every after-game show live right here on the Woodward Sports Network. We got to thank our sponsor, Jim Beam, for pouring delicious, delicious Jim Beam tonight and getting the party going. And if you haven't been down here for a game, definitely come down here because Sunday, which is just 6 days away, which I kind of love that we played Monday Night Football, but it also sped up my week and kind of condensed it.
Yeah.
Because Sunday, we're down here again for the after show. And, obviously, if you don't have tickets to the game, come here. We're giving away some tickets, and it's going to be a fun week.
Oh, we're giving away tickets.
We have some tickets to give away.
Excellent.
Yep, for next week.
I like that.
So, make sure you come down here. And this is a fun atmosphere to be at. They do all types of giveaways during the game. They got sirens going off. Plus, we got some big things coming in.
Yeah, honestly, when the Lions are playing downtown here, this place goes off the Brass Rail.
I see what you did there.
Didn't even try and do that, but it honestly was pretty awesome last week. I'm really looking forward to next week. And we've got my boy Lamar Jackson in town.
And here we go. I guess the next question is, next week, what type of chance do you give the Lions next week?
I think there's going to be a lot of third down conversions. Let's just put it that way.
For?
Not the lie downs. I watched that game yesterday, the Baltimore last night, and Lamar looks remarkably strong right now. I mean, he had a terrible first half. He did all of his damage relatively in the second half. The guy, our defense is clearly our Achilles heel right now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And he shreds defenses for a living.
So, last year you had a saying that you said ad nauseum, and I hated it. It's a trap. Could this be a trap game for the Ravens? Coming off that high.
No.
You're coming off that high, man. You just went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes and one-time removed Super Bowl champions.
The Lions just don't have the identity, I think, yet that it takes to beat a team right now. The emotional high, I get that whole scenario, but this team...
It's a home game. Got the crowd behind you.
Yeah, they better really be behind them if we're going to beat Baltimore, man. It's going to be a tall order. Now, if we can get healthy a little bit, but, if Melifonwu was out, not only are they going to be able to run the ball down our throats, but they're going to be able to throw it, too.
That is scary if Melifonwu's out the next game, how it's actually going to translate on the field because, we were already thin at that position. And, Okudah, even when healthy, was not an all-star at that position. Exactly. So now, do you keep bringing up practice squad guys? Do you try to make a trade to at least get a cornerback that's serviceable? Or do you just say, you know what, we know this is a rebuilding year. Let's just keep evaluating the talent that we have in front of us and keep doing that type of service for the team?
There's got to be a veteran corner, nickel, free safety type that's out there that we can integrate into this team and just get some sort of stability. That's what I don't see us having any at all right now. And they're going to be running all over the place next Sunday. I'm really kind of worried about Lamar coming into town. Right. It is not a trap for the Ravens.
It's not a trap.
They really played a complete game last night. If you watch their win over the Chiefs, that was what his fourth game, I believe, that he's played against him. He's played him every year that he's been in the league. Lamar, for some reason, they've scheduled those two teams, and he finally got that monkey off his back. But that was a team effort. That wasn't just Lamar. They've got a great defense. They've got plenty of running backs, even after losing their top three guys. They've got some receiving options now, and they've just got one of the most electric quarterbacks we've ever seen.
Right. Hey, Sawyer, I saw you pull up the YouTube chat. What are people saying on YouTube? I don't have the chat pulled up over here, but just drop some of the comments so we can respond to them.
Oh, yeah. Petty Grimes was saying Lamar's going to get hurt next week.
Kneecaps, baby. Watch your kneecaps, Lamar.
Our own Adam was saying offense was just as bad tonight. So I'm assuming people were talking about the defense.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, the offense got us 17 points in the first half.
And then disappeared entirely. Turn the ball over.
In the defense talk, Bobby Broder was saying half of our defense is rookies. Everybody just chill out. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Everybody's calling for Barnes, too. Everybody wants to see Barnes.
Yeah.
And then, at this point, like I said, this is not a surprise to me that they started out 0-2. I fully expected this. I expect them to start out 0-3, but then I expect them to go on a 6-game winning streak. That's where I kind of go off
Really?
the rails with my prediction. But that's how I had the Lions starting out the season.
That's a tall order. I'm looking at the teams.
Let's look at the teams.
So after Baltimore, you got at Chicago, at Minnesota.
Game. Chicago, winnable game. We got to win that game.
So every single Lions fan, every single year, we're like, oh, there's our first win. Chicago, every year.
Well, thank you. I'm glad they're in our damn division.
So
we get to play
them
them
twice. Do you think that our defense is going to be able to catch up with this new rookie that's running their offense next week?
It'll still be Dalton.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, then we get Minnesota.
Yep.
Winnable game.
You think?
It's a winnable game, yes.
Okay.
Bengals, winnable game.
Yep. And then
the upset of all upsets.
At LA.
At LA.
I mean, the game is massively intriguing. I don't think that we've got a snowball champs in Hades.
It's our Super Bowl this year. It really is. It is. And unless you want to hear this. And with the #1 overall pick in 2022, the Detroit Lions. Now and then we get
Spencer Rattler.
Then we get Philadelphia, right? Yeah, I don't like any of the quarterbacks coming out this year. I really don't. At least I haven't been impressed this far.
Yeah.
2 weeks into the NCAA season.
Yeah. Well, then we've got Philly on the road, and then at Pittsburgh. You like us to win all of those games, huh?
That's where, if all things go right, yes. And then we return back to normal. And I have us going 8-9.
What are you smoking, and can I have some?
Well, shout out to Levels. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, you can have some anytime. That's good times.
I was going to ask you where you see the first win coming.
Chicago.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty easy one. So let's say we don't get that win in Chicago.
You know why it's an easy one? Because it's the right answer.
Well, I don't think we're winning that game. If that game is at home, I like us to have a chance to win that game. I really don't see an identity right now. I think that we took a step back. And for us to come out next week and win, a lot of things are going to have to go right. I don't see that happening. Would you like them to win 6, to rattle off 6 straight from there?
I think they can. I don't know, like I said, it's if everything goes right. And that's what's crazy. I'm predicting them to have a losing record, and people look at me like I'm crazy. Like 8-9, it's a losing record. It's not a successful season.
It's a lot of wins, man.
But
the schedule, it just looks so daunting.
It does.
The teams that we're going against have all looked very, very good so far. I'd say that the Bengals and the Bears are probably our most winnable games through the first 8-9 weeks, and I don't see much after that, man. At Pittsburgh, at Cleveland, those are nightmare. Philly, I don't know what we're going to get, but woohoo! Yeah, hopefully we can get that win, but if Fields is good, Lions with that defense really might be in for a tremendously long, 2-3 win season. I got a little scared today, man. I came in with high hopes, and now I am scared. Not going to lie.
The way I look at it is we won 5 games last year with an absolute clown show.
Yep. Is this what they want? Is this what are they tanking? That word's pretty... comes with a lot of strings these days in all sports. But
here's Dan Campbell speaking.
Okay.
He's talking about Swifty encouragement. There are a number of guys, so I see improvement in areas, but certainly not enough. I mean, when you play the team like this, you can't have the mistakes that we had. So, yes, we got it. We still got to clean some stuff up. They got a little bit. However, they didn't rush for over 100 yards. So, I wouldn't say that the run crushes us. So, I mean,
the run game goes well over 100 yards if we're in the game and we actually have a game script that requires us to continue running.
Right. I read that because obviously I'm watching the TV and there's closed captions on, so I'm reading that, and that's just, I've heard that before, and that's what Dan Campbell said he wasn't going to do, is say the same old stuff. Yep. And hey, we got to clean it up. It's like, yeah, we know, we've known this. Clean it up.
You had to clean it up before you got here.
Yeah.
And now you got to clean up your own mess, because that was their own, lack of discipline on display there. The third and longs, the third down conversions, the penalties to keep their offense on the field, not only in first and second, but there was some major third down penalties as well that kept Aaron Rodgers in the offense out there.
Now, do you think that was friendly confines of Lambeau Field and the pinstripes?
No, I think a lot of
we had TJ Lang on when Joey and I were doing the morning show, and he said, when he was blocking for Aaron Rodgers, he could use this technique. The minute he came here to Detroit and used the same technique, it was a flag and a problem. So, like, ever since he told me that, and, you know, like, that's a candid comment from a professional athlete, to notice the difference from when you're blocking in Green Bay to blocking in Detroit, like, that, as a fan, that pisses me off.
I mean, I imagine if you get traded to the Bulls in the 90s, you know you're going to be going to the line a little bit more. It's the way that it is. There's certain franchises that have it.
Aaron Rodgers isn't good enough to get that.
Bro, he's discount double check, and they've always
He ain't even the
coddled
only discount double check, though. They had to bring in Mahomes.
But they've always coddled the Packers. They always have.
Yeah.
And it's something that as a Detroit fan, you're just never going to see, no matter what sport it is.
Right. Well, we got our work cut out for us this Sunday. 1 o'clock game.
We do.
Make sure you come downtown, hang out at the Brass Rail. This is where we're going to be for the after party, too. So you get some pizza. We got a VIP section up here. It's awesome to come hang out. If you've never been here, there's the down level, and then there's the up level. We broadcast from the upper level. And, they treat us really well here, and this is a good place to be. So make sure you come to the Brass Rail, have yourself some Jim Beam, maybe some 8 Mile. And
Sunday's going to be really fun.
I'm looking forward to Sunday. The weather looks nice, which is important.
Okay, that is important.
I want to fit in as many of these like early season tailgates as I can, even though you can't tailgate at Eastern Market this year. I think what it did last time was it pushed everybody down here on Washington, over on Cass.
I've never seen Detroit as wild as it was last week for a Lions game.
Well, it was a Lions and a Tigers game. 12:05 Tigers game.
Sense.
And then, but I mean, there were what, like 10,000 people at the Tigers game. But, the Lions game on top of that, it was awesome.
It was football driven. It was definitely a lot of football fans, but that makes a lot of sense with them shutting down Eastern Market for the tailgates. I think Detroit's going to go off this Sunday, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. So, who you got? You want to make your early week prediction?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson?
Yep.
That's who you got?
Yep, Lamar Jackson versus the Lions. And Lamar's going to win, bro.
If I'm giving you 14 points, are you taking it?
I mean, they cover 14, I think.
The line tonight was 11.5 for the Packers at home. So the Lions at home, you're thinking, 14 may not be too far off what Vegas is going to do.
Is Baltimore a better team than Green Bay in your eyes at this point?
Oh, my God, yes. Like infinitely better than Green Bay.
Yeah.
But they are coming off that emotional
their offense
high.
maybe not so much, but the passing game of the Packers is, I would say,
I don't know.
superior.
If I put Green Bay up against Kansas City right now, Kansas City is going to rail them.
Yeah,
and Baltimore
probably
handled Kansas City last night.
They really did. It was a fun game to watch. It looked like they finally learned some things.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to next week. We're going to be here live, and want to go through these plays one more time because we got to look at Hockenson's touchdown.
Well, I was just going to ask you, what are you most excited about at this point through 2 weeks about the Lions?
I'm most excited about Hockenson and him and Goff finding this connection. I mean, think about Hockenson's young career. Like, he's going to go through about 4 quarterbacks, or at least 3 before they get to the guy, right?
So we're not going to have Barry, Calvin, and Hockenson, are we?
You think he's going to retire early?
I don't know, man. Is he just going to go down as one of the greatest tight ends of all time, and arguably, and retire early?
That's tough. Greatest tight end of all time.
Or is he going to put a ring on? It certainly is.
I don't care if he puts a ring on. All I care about is a damn playoff win. Like, just one playoff win, and they'll put a statue of him out front of Ford Field. Imagine him catching a game-winning touchdown in Ford Field.
Does one playoff win stave off the Lions' starvation that this entire city suffers from?
I think it alleviates a lot of pressure, for sure. I mean, because you even referenced it earlier. One playoff win, and you're 60 years old. Yeah. Like, at least it'd be 2 playoff wins, and you're 60 years old.
So if you're 60 and we got 2 playoff wins, then you'll tell the grandkids, "Oh, I love that Honolulu Blue."
It'll tease me enough to keep me interested.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what it would be if that one playoff.
Tease is all it is, bro.
And that's exactly what it is. It would dangle the carrot just long enough for me to stay interested in the Lions.
My biggest thing I'm excited to see isn't really any player or anything except for how the Lions respond next week.
Right.
Not only the players, but more so the coaching staff. got away from a scheme that worked in the first half, and defensively we were just lost, you know? And when you're lost defensively, it starts pushing your players into mistakes, whether it's giving up 3rd and longs or whether it's jumping off sides or things like that. Really intrigues me to see if this team has a different mentality and if this coaching staff has a different spirit that they can bring into this locker room.
Yeah. Joey's here. Do you want to talk to Joey? See what Joey's got to say? He's been hanging out all night long down there, actually talking to chicks. Come here, Joey. There you go, man. Let's hop on the screen here.
Now, was it just your birthday?
Birthday? Oh, there you go.
Is it just around your birthday? I know something big happened for him recently.
Marriage.
That's right.
Hey, all I want is for you to end this stream by showing everybody your 3rd nipple, Stick.
Who told you I had a 3rd nipple?
Show us that 3rd nipple, Stick.
I know two dudes, buddies of mine, that literally have an OnlyFans just for their 3rd nipple.
Really?
It's an
I mean, I have the OnlyFans, but I don't have the 3rd nipple.
Oh, that's disappointing.
No, but Joey, you were watching the game with me a little bit. What did you think of the game? What do you think of the Lions so far this season?
Dude, I literally walked downstairs to go get one interview, and I came upstairs, and we were down by like 20. I was like, what the heck happened? Like, it was close up until like halftime, and then all of a sudden, all right, the Green Bay Packers started playing like the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, and the Lions started playing like the Lions.
You said it.
But yeah, how's the crowd down there? You having fun talking to people?
Yeah, the thing I love is a lot of people were downtown, obviously, for Comerica Park. The Tigers play today. I don't even know if they got the W yet. I haven't checked that.
They were up 4-3 last night.
Yeah, they were up when I saw that. But it's a good day being downtown, especially with how long we've been in this lockdown. It felt good to be out. It feels amazing just seeing drunk people walking over here after being wherever they were at to come here and get some pizza to end the night. So that's where we're going to be every single post game for the Detroit Lions at the Brass Rail here in Detroit. And we're going to be back here in, 6 days?
6 days, baby.
Sunday.
Rest up. Sundays are going to be crazy, man, because we do our pregame and then we do our postgame here. So last Sunday, what did we get down here? Like at, 7:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Just
super
to set
early.
up? Yeah.
Wow, that's early.
It was a long day, man. It was a long day.
Especially on home games, whole city is packed. Like,
Yeah.
it's packed today, but on a home game, it is even crazier. So come on out, hang out with us for the post game. It's going to be a fun time.
All right, thank you, Joey. Thanks for checking in, man. Thanks for hanging out and going down there and talking to all the people and getting those numbers and saving them for me. I appreciate that. You're the man. Let's run through the stats real quick for the Lions. Jared Goff, 26 of 36, 246 yards, 2 TDs, and an interception.
It's not terrible.
And that's what you're going to find with Jared Goff. He's not terrible. And I'm going to put that on a T-shirt because that's all that matters. He's not terrible.
I'd wear that.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I wouldn't buy it, but I'd wear it.
Now, here was the biggest problem to me tonight for the Lions. Jared Goff was also our leading rusher.
For real?
That can't happen.
Wow.
Ever again. He had 4 carries, 46 yards. Swift had 8 carries for 37. Jamal Williams, 7 carries for only 25 yards. A little disappointing after Swift and Williams in week 1.
I mean, we're averaging over 4 yards a carry from what I'm looking at there.
Yep.
Why do you go away from it? I mean, obviously we're down,
yeah.
but when you've got Aaron Rodgers, you've got to slow him down in terms of how long he can have the football and how many times he gets the football. And the running game is going to force that. Clearly it was working for us.
A little bit. I mean, but at the end of the day, your quarterback can't be your leading rusher unless you're Lamar Jackson.
Well, I mean, he's going to be your leading rusher if you give 2 backs a total of 15 touches.
Yeah, that's true. Receiving, TJ Hockenson, 8 receptions, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
Should have gotten more.
Quintez Cephas, 4 receptions, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
And an almost incredible catch.
But now, mind you, Cephas there, I don't think he saw any catches in the second or third period. That can't happen if he's going to be our number 1.
Yeah.
He can't disappear. I don't think we have anybody that's qualified to truly be our number 1 wide receiver
I don't
right
think
now.
He is our number 1, but
someone's got to step up and pretend.
He is our number 1. Yeah.
He is. He truly is.
By
default. When Tyrell Williams comes back maybe next week, we've got a number 1 in him, but somebody's got to step up and be able to provide continued production for 4 quarters.
Yeah, and then you flip on over to the Packers side, and these are some gaudy stats. 22 of 27, Aaron Rodgers only missed 5 passes all night long. Just 5. 255 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Aaron Jones, 17 carries, 67 yards, 3.9 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. A.J. Dillon got 5 touches. The Hill kid, the rookie Hill, Kalen Hill, got a couple touches.
Yep.
And then Devontae Adams, 8 receptions, 121.
I thought Hill looked pretty sharp today, actually.
Yeah, he looked okay last game, too, returning kicks. And then Tanyan, 3 receptions, 52 yards and a touchdown.
Tanyan's a load, man.
Aaron Jones, 6 receptions, 48 yards. I mean,
4 touchdowns is that easy.
Yeah. Jones combined together had 115 yards total and
it truly was
4 touchdowns.
It truly was Aaron's day today.
I was sick of seeing that. I thought at least if Aaron Rodgers was going to come out like he has, looking like he has, hating the team like he has, like, at what point are we going to be able to smack the hell out of the Packers? Like, at what point are they just going to be beyond repair to where they're going to face our, like, what we've experienced?
Our wrath, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to my buddy, and he's like, well, who do you like today? And I was like, well... and that Kool-Aid started just dripping down, and I'm like, well, maybe this is the time where he kind of lost the locker room after last year, because last year he came in and everybody was like, well, they did him wrong.
Right.
This year everybody's like, he's kind of an asshole. Maybe he lost the locker room. They looked so bad last week, and as a Lions fan, we're all just crossing every appendage that we have that the downfall of the Packers is around the corner, and that wasn't today.
No, definitely wasn't today. It was a get-right game for Aaron Rodgers, a get-right game for Aaron Jones, a get-right game for anybody named Aaron. You had a solid day today, I'm assuming. Was it the Harvest Moon?
If we went back through Favre and Aaron Rodgers' career, how many, where we could classify them as get-right, where the team was going bad or the quarterback was struggling, and that get-right was against the Lions?
Yeah, we'll throw in Matt Flynn. We got that guy paid.
Shit.
We got Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn
Get
owes
paid
Detroit.
game.
Trick needs to call Matt Flynn and be like, listen, bro, because of that one game against the Lions, you got a $40 million contract. Then they drafted Russell Wilson. You never played a snap, but you still got $40 million because of one game.
No fly zone, bro.
Yeah, no, you're not, Matt Flynn, you're not allowed here. Not that
dude.
Matt Flynn ever spends his time in Detroit.
You better not come through,
damn,
homie.
if he does come through, he should be throwing out millions to the city saying thank you. Thank you. You know what? Here's the deal. Matt Flynn, I have an idea. Matt Flynn, pay Calvin Johnson his $1.8 million.
Do a hot dog driver or something. He definitely owns the city. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah,
I think you're
pay
right.
Calvin Johnson. And then Calvin Johnson will be cool with the Lions. Lions will be cool with Calvin. It'll be all fun and games. It'll be nice. And then Matt Flynn, I won't have to feel bad about what he did to us and got paid.
I wonder what he's doing
Detroit.
now.
Counting his money. Still. he's like on 20 million. He's not even a 40 yet. And I was like, dude, what a great gig he had. Backing up Russell Wilson, getting paid $40 million.
Not bad at all. He's got a ring for that, doesn't he?
I believe he does. Or did they trade him before that? I don't know. But either way, he got paid.
It's pathetic that so many players that are so similar to his story live on in the hearts and minds of Lions fans.
Yeah, thank God P.J. Walker didn't get $40 million after his performance against us last year.
You got an elephant's memory when it comes down to a couple of things, man.
It's a blessing and a curse, honestly.
So how about your boy Stafford?
Stafford's looking good.
Is he looking more and more like a Hall of Fame quarterback to you?
No.
No. Hates him so much.
I don't hate him. No, I don't hate him. I just don't put him on this weird pedestal that everybody else has. Do something, and then I'll put you on the pedestal.
What if he makes... Well, he's probably not going to get... I don't know. I don't know if he has it in him to get by Brady, but what if he gets to the NFC Finals?
Okay, good.
Okay.
And?
Not enough for you, huh?
Not enough for me. Because...
He needs a ring?
He needs multiple rings.
Really?
No. I mean, if he wins a ring, he'll probably get into the Hall of Fame first ballot. That's fine with me. But, this last game I watched, it was more Lions Stafford than it was Rams first game Stafford. He was throwing untimely interceptions, overthrowing wide receivers, and the honeymoon period will come to an end.
He had a couple of darts in there too, though.
This stroke fest, of course, he's Stafford.
It is a massive stroke fest right now.
Yeah, he's Stafford. He's going to have those darts. He is talented, and I will never deny that. But
did you know he's friends with Clayton Kershaw?
And he went to a Dodgers game.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
I just found that out.
But no, listen, I respect Stafford. He's the best Lions quarterback of all time. I like Kelly. She did great things for this network when we were doing our toy drive last year. So I have nothing personally bad to say about them. I think they're a great family, and
You've got him ranked ahead of Eric Kramer.
What's that?
You've got him over Eric Kramer.
I got him over everybody that's ever put on a Lions uniform.
All right.
And that's not, and that still doesn't mean he's great though.
No. I think he is a Hall of Fame quarterback, though.
Yeah.
Win or win out. He doesn't even have to win one playoff game for the rest of his career. See, I'm gonna go that far.
See, to me, when I think Hall of Fame, I think like you had to be top 2, 3 of your generation. At no time, no place, no anything has he even been top 5.
Well, all right. So
he's not Brady. He existed during Brady. He existed during Manning. He existed during Breeze. He existed during Rodgers. That's a rough get. I'm sorry.
Sure.
But if you're not even top 5 when you played, how are you in the Hall of Fame?
I love getting him on this one.
It's not getting me. It's just like
I'm just saying getting you on this conversation because you are quite passionate about his Hall of Fame standing.
He's Jay Cutler.
Nah.
Yes.
Cutler's not even in the NFL anymore, dog.
What the hell does that have to do with anything? I've done this before. Me and Easy were on the show the other day, and I pulled up all the Jay Cutler stats. And do yourself a favor. If you want me to do it, I'll do it right now. But if you want to have some fun, compare their stats and yards per completion.
How many more years does Matt have?
That's tough, man. He is injury prone, and he even jammed his thumb last game. I think at least 3 years.
That's it. I can see at least 3.
If this doesn't work out in L.A., he's done unless he just wants to, be that go to the Patriots or something like that and ride off into the Raiders. That's where you're going to wind up.
You think 3 years in? Well, but what if he has success where he's borderline Pro Bowler each year? If
they don't win a Super Bowl
in 3 years,
in 3 years, not only is he gone, McVay's gone, and that whole structure is gone because of what they traded away to get him to win a Super Bowl. They put all the pressure on, which is fine. I mean, they went all in.
And if he wins a couple playoff games in the next two,
not enough.
No,
not enough. I mean, Goff won a playoff game last year without a thumb.
It's really going to be intriguing watching that team for the next couple of years.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch the Lions too and see how they progress over the next couple of years. That's going to be my focus, and I root for Matthew Stafford. He can throw for 6,000 yards as long as the Rams lose every single game that they play. I'm happy.
Yeah, I just want a little more first half Jared Goff next week.
Yeah, and hopefully we find that consistency. He had time. The line looked good today. Penei Sewell, another successful. I think he only had one penalty, which was, that's going to happen.
So what happens when Taylor Decker comes back?
To me, I think you put Taylor Decker at left guard and you stack up that left side of the line and you just punch people in the mouth all game long. Yeah. That's what I would do. I get you want a balanced line, you want to have strengths on the outside, but to me, you put Sewell, Decker, Ragnow. I am running left 100% of the time. 100% of the time. Stop me. You know what I'm going to do. Stop me.
Yeah, and at least Goff will see all of his pressure. It won't be coming from his blind side anymore.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being a part of the after show here at the Brass Rail in downtown Detroit. We do it after every Lions game. All 17 weeks we'll be live here at the Brass Rail. So make sure if you want to come out at every Lions game and just hang out, we can do that. Have a couple beers, have some Jim Beam, have some vodka from 8 Mile, and just kind of hang out, eat some pizza, and we'll watch the game together and talk about it afterwards. That's what we do.
Can you give me a prediction? I think we should be doing that. We should probably throw out a prediction for the next week.
Okay.
What do you got?
Oh, God, I hate saying out loud that the Lions are going to lose. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable saying.
I know you. You are a very devoted fan in that sense. I like that about you.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Can they win? Yes. Will they win? Most likely not.
No.
But, I mean, I could see it getting out of hand. Unfortunately.
Right.
I'm not going to give a score.
No?
I'll wait till next week to give a score. Yeah.
I got 44-27.
Okay, I could live with that. Honestly, a 17-point loss, I could live with that.
Yep.
I'm hoping they don't lose by like 30.
Now, they scored 10 of those points in the fourth quarter, I think.
That's fine. We'll put off those Stafford stats.
Do the Lions run for 100 yards?
No.
No?
Not against that defense.
No?
No.
Okay.
The Ravens defense, I mean,
So then I shouldn't be saying 27 points then. So what you're saying is you're thinking more like 44-17.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's where I'm at. But we'll find out next week, and either way, we're going to be partying here at the Brass Rail. That's one thing I love about Lions fans. If we win, we drink. If we lose, we drink and have fun.
And they stay out.
Yeah.
I always like that about Detroit fans.
So we will see you next week live from the Brass Rail. My name is Stick. That is Anson. Lions, hopefully you're back or you're watching this on the flight on YouTube. Jamal Williams, we love you. Keep doing what you do. TJ Hockenson, keep doing what you do. But come on, guys. Let's get a W next week. And if not next week, please prove me right and get that first win against Chicago. You guys have a great night. We'll see you this Sunday. It's not even next Sunday. We'll see you this Sunday